God's advice today. Have you ever felt that God is trying to speak to you, yet in the busyness of life, His signs go unnoticed? This message invites you to pause, reflect, and open your heart. Perhaps this is exactly what you needed to hear today. Watch until the end with openness, and if these words touch you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive more messages like this. Don't forget to check the pinned comment for a 1-minute prayer and a recommended message to help strengthen your faith even more. God said, "Listen to me now, my beloved child, and release the fear that tries to whisper into your heart. Be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that your labor in the Lord is not in vain." 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 58. Many times you believed that silence meant abandonment, but the silence was the place of your preparation. I was shaping your soul, strengthening your faith, maturing your vision. While you thought nothing was happening, I was moving invisible pieces, aligning paths, bringing the right people close and removing those who no longer belonged to your story. You were never adrift. I was leading you, step by step, even when you did not understand. Do you feel ready for a deep transformation in your life and in the lives of those you love? Sometimes, all it takes is one small step of faith to open the doors of abundance, peace, and blessings that I have already prepared for you. A simple 1-minute prayer can be the beginning of a spiritual journey that transforms the inside and reflects on the outside. If you desire to attract more light, balance, and prosperity, both spiritual and material, click the link pinned in the first comment. There you will find a simple practice, guided with love, to help you connect more deeply with my presence in your life. I know there were days when the burden felt heavier than you could bear, but look now and recognize, you did not break, because I made you resilient. Your story is not defined by the falls, but by the times I lifted you. I did not bring you this far so you would only look at the promises from a distance. I brought you to live them. And what once seemed distant will now begin to move toward you, just as the river inevitably finds the sea. Just continue. Keep breathing. Keep trusting. I am working, and nothing and no one can stop what I have decreed for you. Comment, even without understanding, I trust in God's plans. Do not fear what lies ahead, for I am already in your tomorrow, preparing every scene, touching every detail, bringing order where there had been uncertainty. You have asked for signs, and now I tell you, the sign is this very word that reaches your heart with the peace the world cannot give. I heard your silent cries during the night, when you tried to be strong for everyone, yet inside you felt weary and exhausted. Keep these words within your spirit. The Lord Himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not fear or be dismayed. Deuteronomy chapter 31 verse 8. I saw the weight on your shoulders, the effort to keep going, the hope struggling to stay alive. My beloved, I was there through every second, collecting your tears and turning them into strength you have not yet fully recognized. Nothing you lived was in vain. Every detail served the purpose of aligning you to what I prepared. Now, doors that were closed will open before you, narrow paths will broaden, and the right connections will be revealed. The promise is not far, it is approaching with divine precision. You will see the change. I am with you. Comment, every challenge brings growth. I believe in my future. Understand this deeply. You do not need to chase the promise, because the promise has been commanded to come to you. Just as the rain knows where to fall, just as the wind knows its direction, so do the blessings I released know your name, your spiritual address, and the exact time of manifestation. I do not work with delays, I work with preparation. The processes that felt long were strengthening your identity, purifying your intentions, aligning your heart with mine. Do not worry about who left, who walked away, or what did not happen before. None of that was a loss. Everything I removed was protection, everything I kept is purpose. Now, your spirit begins to feel an internal shift. It is the transition from the desert to abundance. You will be surprised by opportunities you did not pursue, answers you did not force, and provision you did not expect. Just open your heart. It is coming. Comment, I trust in God's love, He is my refuge. The provision I send is not limited to what is visible or material. I heal your heart, strengthen your mind, restore your joy, renew your courage. I will rebuild areas that seemed irreversibly broken, and what was shattered will return to life with even greater beauty. I will bring the right people, not to hurt you or steal your peace, but to walk with you in honor, loyalty, and truth. I will restore homes, bonds, and dreams you thought were lost forever. Even that situation which seemed absolutely impossible, I am already moving in it now, in the details you cannot see. Do not doubt. Faith is the key that opens this path, and you do have faith, even when you think it's small. Faith is not measured by what you feel, but by your decision to continue believing even in silence. I am working behind the scenes of your life, weaving answers with perfect precision. And very soon, you will see clearly what now you only believe by faith. Engrave this deeply in your spirit: those who trust in the Lord will lack no good thing. Psalm 34 verse 10. I will not abandon you. You will not walk alone. I am your constant care. Comment, I keep my faith, for God is working in my life. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. What you have sown in tears, you will reap in joy. What you entrusted in faith, I will multiply. I saw when you chose to keep your heart pure even when the path would have been easier if you had hardened it. I saw when you forgave those who hurt you, when you remained firm while others walked away, when you continued to love even after being rejected. None of this passed in silence before me. I honor faithful and upright hearts. The time of your reward, both spiritual and visible, has come. Doors will begin to open effortlessly, opportunities will flow naturally, and paths that once seemed closed will align before you like rivers finding their course. Your life will become a living testimony of my faithfulness, not because of your own merit, but because of my grace that covers you, sustains you, and guides you. Everything you planted with sincerity and truth will return to you in the form of restoration, joy, provision, and peace. Remain confident, I am fulfilling what I promised. You will see it with your own eyes. I am with you. Comment, I walk with my head held high, I am worthy of love. For nothing is impossible with God. Luke chapter 1 verse 37. My child, what once seemed unreachable is now being touched by my hand. Do not look at circumstances as your final truth. The reality that governs your life is my word, and my word does not return void. I whisper to your spirit now, rise. Breathe. Allow yourself to believe again. I know you have been wounded. I know some hopes feel too fragile to touch. But trust in me. I am the God who heals, who restores, who strengthens. The wind is changing, and this change does not come from something external, it begins within you. I am renewing your mind, your heart, and your vision. What once seemed confusion will gain clarity. Where there was fear, there will be courage. Where there was exhaustion, there will be vigor. Stay firm. The promise is alive. Comment, I trust in God's love, He is my refuge. You are about to witness a new chapter in your life, a time where what you once asked for with tears will be lived with joy. Situations that once imprisoned you will lose their power, because I am breaking chains you didn't even know how to name. I am undoing invisible agreements, cutting ties that drained your peace, and freeing your heart from what held you to the past. My light is entering internal places that were shadowed, making room for rest, clarity, and direction. What was heavy will become light, what was confusing will become simple, what was uncertain will become secure. You will walk with more peace, more confidence, and more purpose. I am aligning your life so that you may live what I wrote about you from the beginning. You are not defined by your pain, nor by your losses, nor by your failures. You are defined by the promise I placed within you before you were born. I am the author of your story, and not one page is written without meaning, direction, or care. Do not fear what is coming. Receive it. Breathe. Trust. I am with you today, I will be with you tomorrow, and I will remain with you forever. Comment, I am a unique creation, made with love and purpose. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. Philippians chapter 1 verse 6. My child, I do not leave processes unfinished. If I started something in you, I will finish it. You are not only entering a new time, you are entering a season marked by grace, honor, and restoration. Even those who doubted will see my hand move in your life, not to exalt your name, but to manifest my glory. I lift you up not so you may feel superior, but so that you become a living testimony that I fulfill promises. I strengthen you so that you may strengthen others. I bless you so that you may overflow. I heal you so that your story may bring healing to hearts. Nothing will be wasted. Every pain will turn into wisdom. Every fall will become a mark of resilience. Every prayer will be answered in the perfect time. You were not forgotten, you were prepared. I have been with you in the background, in the silence, in the unseen, and now it will begin to appear. Comment, I embrace my truth and find strength to overcome obstacles. The promise is alive. Your life will no longer be marked only by waiting, but by the fulfillment of what I revealed to you in the secret place. I saw your patience when everything seemed unmoving. I observed your faithfulness when discouragement tried to embrace you. I felt your heart when it struggled to keep believing. None of this was ignored by me. Now, the heavens are moving resources, adjusting realities, and bringing closer the people and opportunities that will carry your advancement. Nothing will be by chance. You are not walking alone. I lead you by the hand, with firmness, with love, and with purpose. You will see with your own eyes the fruit of your perseverance, your surrender, your sacrifice, and your trust. And when the harvest comes, you will recognize not only the result, but also the process that formed you, strengthened you, and prepared you to sustain what is coming. You will say with joy in your heart, "It was worth trusting, it was worth waiting, it was worth staying." My beloved, you are mine. I am yours. Walk in peace, for what I began in you is being fulfilled before your steps. I am with you. Always. There comes a moment in the journey of every soul when the weight of waiting feels heavier than any battle fought with visible enemies. It is in that moment, when the road stretches long and the horizon appears unmoved, that I whisper to your spirit, not with urgency, but with steady certainty, you do not need to strive. The work that is unfolding is not the result of your force, your speed, or your insistence. It is the result of alignment, with me, with your purpose, with the timing I have established. The blessing that approaches your life has a direction, and its direction bears your name with divine precision. Just as rain does not fall arbitrarily upon the earth, my promises do not miss their appointed destination. They arrive exactly when the soil of your heart is ready to receive them. I am the God who transforms empty deserts into flourishing gardens, who turns mourning into laughter so abundant it overflows, who brings forth fruit in places where only dust had been expected. The shift occurring now is not random, it is the result of every moment you chose to remain when leaving would have been easier, every prayer whispered when no answer seemed to come, every heartbeat that continued believing when the night felt without end. The heavens are moving. The waters are descending. The sound of victory draws near, not because you chased after it, but because you chose to seek me. And where my presence is found, breakthroughs follow like dawn follows the night. The barriers you have felt, those invisible bindings within your mind, your emotions, and your circumstances, are beginning to tremble not because of your strength, but because of my voice. No spiritual chain can withstand a command given by the one who formed the universe with a word. Every place where sorrow tried to carve permanence into your story is being rewritten. I am not a distant observer, watching from lofty silence. I am the author stepping back into the narrative, reshaping chapters the enemy thought he had claimed. Where humiliation once lingered, honor is rising. The same ground where your tears fell will become the ground where your testimony stands. I do not build quickly, I build deeply. I do not restore partially, I restore completely. When I speak, walls collapse. When I move, ancient structures that have held your life in patterns of pain are broken and rebuilt into something radiant. Doors that once seemed sealed beyond hope are beginning to open, not with effort, but with my decree. The winds that once felt harsh against your face are shifting, now carrying the fragrance of what is to come. You may not see every detail yet, but in the invisible realms, my messengers are already carrying keys to pathways the world swore could not exist. They are unlocking what had long been closed, loosening what had long been restrained, rearranging what had long been misaligned. You will not enter your blessing as a beggar, but as one who has been prepared to receive. There is a stage being set for your transformation. Not a small shift. Not a subtle adjustment. A dawning. Like the first light after the longest night, it begins softly, almost unnoticeable to the untrained eye, but once it rises, nothing can stop it. You have endured seasons where it seemed that nothing was changing, where time felt still and hope felt fragile. Yet, beneath the surface, I was forming the foundation for something that could only emerge now. The blessing that approaches your life would not have fit into earlier chapters. The vessel of your soul needed to be shaped, expanded, strengthened to carry the magnitude of what I have prepared. I heard every prayer spoken between breaths and tears. I saw you smile when your heart was weary. I felt the ache behind your silence. Not one moment of your waiting was wasted, not 1 second ignored. While you thought I was distant, I was building. While you thought I was silent, I was speaking into places too deep for words. I am not the God of scraps. I am not the God of almost. I am the God who opens the windows of heaven and pours blessing until it saturates every part of your being. What is coming will not merely enter your life, it will overflow into the lives of those around you. When people ask how such transformation happened so swiftly, so clearly, so beautifully, they will see me in the answer. I will be the explanation. I will be the miracle reflected in your eyes. You are approaching the moment where waiting will shift into walking. The chains that once held you in place, chains of fear, doubt, lack, limitation, are falling without struggle. Not by argument. Not by negotiation. By my authority. The doors before you are opening not through force, but through design. The space you are stepping into has already been prepared. You will not contend for position, the position has been reserved. You will not fight to be seen, I myself will reveal you in the proper timing. Do not fear what is unfolding. Do not shrink back from what is unfamiliar. The future is not something to brace against, it is something to receive. I am breathing a wind that carries opportunity, favor, and clarity. People you never imagined will become instruments of alignment for your purpose. Situations that were locked for years will shift in days, hours, even moments. What would take a lifetime by human effort, I complete in a whisper. I am the one who splits the sea without argument. I am the one who breaks walls without battle. I am the one who takes ashes and forms beauty so radiant that no one can deny my involvement. Do not allow the past to convince you that the future has diminished. Your time has not passed, it has been preserved. There were things I withheld, not because you were unworthy, but because the fullness of the blessing required this exact moment. Timing is not delay, it is preparation. Alignment is not withholding, it is orchestration. While you slept, I moved pieces into place. While you cried, I raised structures behind the veil. While you believed nothing was changing, I was preparing something that would silence even the loudest accusation against you. The voices that mocked your hope will grow silent, not out of defeat, but out of awe. I am placing signs upon your path that will testify without words. I am placing strength within you that will feel like breath returning to lungs that had forgotten how to expand. Do not look back. Do not measure the new by the standards of the old. The season that once shaped your survival is no longer the season you stand in. You are crossing from waiting into fulfillment. You are stepping from preparation into manifestation. You are moving from the quiet of becoming into the radiance of being revealed. My child, walk forward now, not with haste, but with certainty. You are not the same one who began this journey. You have been refined, softened, awakened, established. The ground beneath your feet is holy, not because of where it is, but because of who walks with you upon it. Do not fear what you do not yet understand. I am already in your tomorrow. I am the one who stands at the end of the path and calls you forward. There is no moment where I am absent. No road where I do not accompany you. No season where my love does not sustain you. The promise is alive. The blessing is near. The fulfillment is inevitable. Breathe. Receive. Continue. The story is unfolding as I always intended. And I am with you, now, always, and forever. Beloved, listen closely, for what I am about to speak is not merely a message, but a movement in the unseen realm beginning to shape your reality. There are moments in life when everything feels still, almost painfully quiet, and the world appears unchanged. Yet in the silence, my spirit has been arranging what eyes cannot yet perceive. I have been aligning circumstances, shifting atmospheres, softening hearts, breaking barriers, and preparing pathways that no human hand could open. The delay you felt was not abandonment, it was precision. Nothing in your story has been wasted. The nights you cried alone, the battles you carried in your chest, the prayers whispered through exhaustion, they were all collected, honored, and multiplied in my hands. You thought you were waiting for me, but I was preparing the blessing to fit the depth of your growth. For I do not give what is fragile to a heart still healing, nor do I release what is eternal to someone who still sees temporarily. The expansion had to happen within you before it could appear around you. Now the shift is close, so close that your spirit has already begun to feel it, even if your mind is still catching up. You are stepping not into chance, but into fulfillment, the fulfillment that has been ordained, refined, preserved, and timed perfectly for your life. There will come a moment, and it is near, when everything will begin to make sense. The weight you carried was not punishment, it was preparation for strength you could not have gained in comfort. Growth rarely announces itself gently. It stretches, it presses, it refines. And yet, through every moment, I was with you. I was the whisper that told you to hold on when everything else urged you to let go. I was the quiet peace that appeared in moments you could not explain. I was the breath that returned when anxiety tried to steal your air. You are not here because life has been easy. You are here because purpose has been stronger than despair, because hope kept rising from the ashes, because faith survived the storm. The blessing that approaches is not a random occurrence, it is a testament to endurance, to faithfulness, to your willingness to believe even with broken hands. You will not need to fight for this next season. You will not strive or chase or beg. What is meant for you is already moving in your direction, drawn to you like rivers drawn to the sea. Your blessing does not require permission from others. It does not depend on their acceptance, their support, or their belief in you. What I have decreed cannot be blocked, delayed, or undone. The door is already unlocking. My spirit is moving now, not as a distant comfort, but as a present force that touches the unseen spaces within you. The areas where fears hid, where wounds lingered unspoken, where hope felt fragile and temporary, these are the places I am breathing life into. My presence is not subtle. It is the quiet storm that transforms everything it encounters. I do not simply mend what was damaged, I recreate, restore, and resurrect. This is not just blessing, it is awakening. The version of you that emerges from this season will not resemble the one who entered it. You will carry a clarity that cannot be shaken, a peace that cannot be stolen, a strength that does not crumble under pressure. The world may not understand the change, for it is not external first, it begins in the spirit. The wind does not need applause to prove its power, its movement is known by what it shifts. So it is with my spirit in you. The alignment is beginning. The heaviness is lifting. The atmosphere around your life is changing. What once felt impossible is beginning to respond to my word. Stand still, breathe deeply, and recognize, I am here, and I am moving. There will be signs, not dramatic or forced, but unmistakable. Conversations will shift without effort. Opportunities will appear without pursuit. Encounters will unfold without planning. It will feel as though doors are opening on their own, because they are. For I am the one who opens what no one can close, and closes what no one can force open. This is not chance, it is orchestration. Every closed door before was protection. Every delay was alignment. Every detour was refinement. You have been walking through a sacred process, even when you did not realize it. Others may look and assume they understand your story, but only I know the battles fought in silence. Only I know the depth of surrender, the quiet courage, the tired but persistent faith. And now I will honor it. Not with something small, but with something undeniable. The blessing that comes will not feel like completion, it will feel like beginning. A beginning of abundance where there was scarcity, clarity where there was confusion, love where there was distance, purpose where there was uncertainty. The narrative is shifting, and you will feel it. Beloved, when I decide to move, nothing stands in my way. Not doubt, not fear, not circumstance, not opposition. Even what once felt unchangeable must bow when my spirit speaks. This is why you do not need to force anything. You are not competing, you are not behind, you are not late, you are aligned. Others may not see what is unfolding beneath the surface, but your spirit does. There is a deep knowing inside you, a quiet awareness that something sacred is approaching. Do not ignore that stirring, it is me. I am preparing to release what you have carried in faith for so long. This blessing is not just for provision, it is for restoration of identity. You will look back and say, now I understand. The suffering will not define you, the glory that follows will. The trials will not be your story, the victory will. I do not write unfinished endings. I do not promise what I will not fulfill. Trust the movement, trust the timing, trust the whisper inside your chest. It is not imagination, it is confirmation. So now, breathe. Not with the breath of survival, but with the breath of someone who is stepping into wholeness. The season is changing, you can feel it. The atmosphere is different, you can sense it. The blessing is near, you can almost touch it. Let your heart soften, let your hope rise, let your spirit expand. You are ready, not because you never doubted, but because you never gave up. You are stepping into a divine encounter, a moment that will become a marker in your story, the moment when everything turned, when grace broke through, when the promise became real. This is not just restoration. It is renewal. It is overflow. It is the beginning of a testimony that will carry light wherever you go. You are not waiting anymore. You are receiving. And what comes now will change everything. With love, God. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.